So I find it difficult to remember when the variables should go in the denominator or the numerator. So I'm going to look at a couple examples and explain how we know. So if you look at the first one, we're going to subtract our exponents because we're dividing. So we'll have x to the 4 minus 2, and that's going to equal x squared. In the second one, we'll still subtract our exponents, and we can do the top minus the bottom, so x squared minus 4, which gives us x to the negative 2, which means eventually our x squared is going to go in the denominator. Okay, and the difference is, in the second one, the higher power is in the bottom, so then whatever we get is going to go in the bottom, in the denominator. In the first one, our higher power is in the numerator, and therefore x squared is going to stay in the top. I also find it difficult to remember when we can simplify our exponents and when we cannot. So I'm going to look at two more examples. In this one, we've got c to the 8, and we're going to minus our exponents again because we're dividing. But we can't simplify our exponents here because the first exponent, the 8, so this one right here, doesn't have an x. So there's no way that we can combine those. So we just have to leave it as c to the 8 minus 4x. It's as simple as it can go. And in the second one, we'll have b to the 8x minus 4x, because we'll subtract our exponents because we're dividing and we have the same base. And that one we actually can simplify. So we get b to the 4x, because if we do 8x minus 4x, we get 4x. Okay, I also forget about when we should square our 2 and when we shouldn't square our 2, or when we should use the power with our number and when we shouldn't. So we'll look at this one first. So here we're essentially going to distribute our power. Do you see how we have two bases? We have a base of 2 and we have a base of y, and only y is to the power of 3x. So we'll have 2 squared, and we'll have y to the 3x squared. So we get 2 squared and y to the, we're going to multiply these powers because we have a power to a power. So y to the 6x. Okay, and then from there we can say, okay, 2 squared is 4, y is to the 6x. Either answer is great. This one is good, or this one is good. In the next one, we don't have a y, we only have 2 to the 3x. That's, the 2 is being raised to the power of 3x. So we're just going to multiply our exponents, and we'll keep our base the exact same, so we'll have 2 to the 6x. Or, if you're wanting to square the 2, you can do that. 2 squared is 4, but you still have that number to the 3x. So either one of these is okay. So 2 to the 6x, you leave the base the same and you multiply the exponents. Or you square your base and you leave the exponent the same. But if you do both, then you've squared it twice. So we only want to square it once.